For my biology role model project, I picked Dr. Jane Goodall. Dr. Jane Goodall is considered the world's leading primatologist and currently is working towards conservation and protection of endangered species. Dr. Jane Goodall was born in London in 1934. And since she was little, she has had a love of animals. Her dad gave her a toy chimpanzee that she named Jubilee. When she was around 5, she hid in a hen house to figure out where eggs came from. Her parents thought she was lost and was searching for her. When her mother finally found her, instead of punishing her, she sat her down and had a discussion with her, and Jane told her that she wanted to go to Africa and study animals. When she graduated from high school, she did not have enough money to go to college, so instead of going to college, she traveled to Africa. And when she got to Africa, she met the famous anthropologist and paleontologist Dr. Louis Leakey. He was so impressed by her knowledge of Africa and its animals that she was hired as his assistant. In 1960, Dr. Louis Leakey wanted to get a fresh perspective of chimpanzees from someone who didn't have a scientific background from a university or like a college level understanding. She went and studied the behavior of chimpanzees. She was there mostly alone, and after the time the chimps became comfortable with her presence, and this is how she was able to study their behavior. She made some really big discoveries that we'll talk about a little bit later. After traveling to Gambia in 1962, she was admitted to Cambridge University as a PhD candidate. She was one of the few people to be admitted to Cambridge University that did not have a university degree. And then fast forward a little bit in the future, in 1977, the Jane Goodall Institute for Wildlife Research, Education, and Conservation was born. So some hobbies and interesting facts about Jane is that her job is her hobby. She loves observing animals, educating about conservation, and learning. I think this is really incredible that she can do what she loves as her job. Jane still has her toy chimpanzee Jubilee from when she was little. She absolutely loved this toy, and she still has it. It's currently residing at one of her houses, just sitting in a chair. What I admire about Jane Goodall is that I have a strong passion for conservation of the planet, whether it be plants, animals, or the ecosystem as a whole. Jane Goodall's whole mission is to advocate for conservation and protection of animals and the environment. Her specific cause is chimpanzees and protecting their environment. I think it is incredible that she has spent most of her life studying the chimpanzees and advocating for conservation. I admire the fact that she travels almost all the days in the year just to educate people about conservation and how to help protect endangered species. I identify with her because of her love of animals and her desire to protect the world. I also am really, really interested in studying animal behavior, and it's something that I could see myself doing as a future, so she is really a role model for me. Dr. Goodall's most recent work is a paper on the maturation of female chimpanzees and how it is prolonged and variable. For this experiment, they followed 36 wild chimpanzees from birth and monitored sexual maturation in their first birth age. Sexual maturation was determined by when they were first ready to mate, and the first birth age was when they were first seen with infants that were of their own. The values were found to be 11.5 years for sexual maturity and 14.9 years for first birth. Some of the major discoveries that Jane has made in her life is that chimpanzees use tools. This was a major shift in scientific perspective because before this was found out, it was thought that mankind was the only species capable of using tools or having higher thought. She is a leader in primate behavior, specifically chimpanzees. She lived with them for many years and was able to figure out how they are like humans. They showcase a lot of human behavior socially. She has also been monitoring the decline in chimpanzees for the past 100 years and is pushing for the protection and conservation of primates right now because they are in their decline. Overall, I think Dr. Jane Goodall is a very good role model in the biology field and has made leaps and bounds in the study of chimpanzee behavior.